Ladies and gentlemen, I have to give you an absolute warning, Asteroid Fight Club style, because I've been going so hard on hurricanes through July. I've lost my mind, but I'm still putting out good information. And so I'm going to be cussing up a storm and probably offending everyone. And so before I do that, I want to say, yeah, it looks like the upper Northeast is going to get hit with a hurricane in about 5 to 6 to 7 days. So that's all the information you need to know. And everything else, who knows what I'm going to say? Because, I've been reading the comments a lot lately because, people are losing their minds and being angry and mean. And so I checked the comments and somebody was like, oh, you're totally wrong. And I see you're hyping up this storm. And I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, unless you are a man from the future, you don't know what's going to happen with this storm. I don't know what's going to happen with this storm. We can just take educated guesses and do our best to plan, prepare, and alert anyone along the coast who might be affected by this storm. Because we don't know where it's going, but it sure looks like it might be headed up the bunker nose of the OBX, North Carolina, in past Washington, D.C., into New Jersey and New York, and Boston, like a motherfucking wild killing event, like more than the 150,000 dead people that Wall Street's made millions of dollars off, billions of dollars off of through COVID. Now they're going to be making millions and billions of dollars off of dead people from hurricanes in 2020. And you're still going to have all of YouTubers who are on the divide and conquer team trying to sell people that the virus isn't even real, kind of distracting and dividing everybody. So, yeah, dude, yeah, it looks like, I don't know how to, I put out so many, I don't even know. I'm just saying, I don't even know. And I'm having a fundraiser. I got 6 days left. Michael Palmer of the Weather Channel, EPS guidance remains insistent on tracking potential Tropical Cyclone 9 and future Isaias off the coast of Florida and then near the Carolinas. So, yeah, you got, dude, the models are pretty much starting to cue in on, and now it's going to take a miracle for the thing to go out to sea. And so that everybody's throwing away guidance and models and this is kind of exactly what I tracked in on last year. And I was a year wrong. And I knew there could be a 2-year variable to whatever causes this pattern. What causes that 2-year variable? I don't know. The 2-year pattern where whatever we're tracking in 2-year increments. And so, yeah, dude, we're locked in from a 6-day away possible major, or to me, category 2 hurricane would be major. But you could even have a strong category 1 cause big problems up here. But we've had models show anywhere from category 2, category 3. And there's a lot of populated land in here, man. So, and I've been dealing with a wall of know-it-all dipshits all year about the coronavirus, where I've said, please take it very seriously. Please wear a fucking mask and do what you can to protect your family, your friends, your neighborhood. There's the wearing a mask ain't the mark of the beast, dipshit. So, and that's been a giant battle. So now we have COVID cane, where you got, and remember, Wall Street's going to make a ton of money no matter what happens. It's and they have the, corporate owned life insurance where they can technically make $300,000 off dead people if you're an employee that they had at the time. And that would even count unemployment benefits, which made me think they may or may not have an extension. But the astrology says they're not going to extend that shit. And so they're going to leave an extra 30 million people unable to evacuate if they choose to or need to later this week. And so it just feels I don't know, man. There really are 20% of evil people who really want to see millions and billions of people die. And that is not my thing. Whether it be starvation or hurricanes, COVID, there are just some evil people who want a bunch of people to be unhappy, in pain, and starving or dead. Elon Musk has made a lot of money, though. Elon Musk has like done him and Dave Portnoy, who met with the president like a week ago, they've made so much money since the pandemic started. And Joe Rogan got a super fat $40 million check for Joe Roganing, you know? Anyway, yeah, so I don't know. There are only so many ways I can say, yeah, I would be prepared for Hurricane Northeast, and hopefully nothing happens. We went through Hanover, it hit Texas, and I was like, crap, dang. But it didn't seem like many people died from that, so that was good news. But then we went to Douglas, where Douglas, I thought it was going to hit, it did not hit. And I was so happy it did not hit Hawaii. I don't know where I'm going to be in 2004 and the 2003 annular and total eclipse pass. But I definitely want to have my head and boobs, my face in them. I want to rub a booty. As I'm going to say it. One day, I would like all this hard work to pay off. I'd like to make out with a beautiful lady. There, said it. Whatever. What are you going to do? Quit? Okay, fine. You can leave. That's fine. I still wish you well. I hope you stay safe. And I hope we all make it to better days. It's nice knowing you. Like, I've taken a few breaks from staring at the Matrix. You know, almost all of July. And we got this, which soon to be eventually a hurricane. And then we got another wave right after that. Tim Ballesty, the Irish Eagle. And I'm going to have a THORnews whiskey party on the 4th. I don't need to be drinking any whiskey before this storm does whatever it's going to do. Technically, I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know its intensity. I don't know what's going to go. But I would guess at this point, my guesses are as good as anyone. And I don't think Cranky really disagrees with my guesses. Let's put an asterisk behind that. I'm not speaking for him in any way, shape, or form at the moment. Cranky Weather Guy is awesome. Alex Parker is also awesome. So yeah, behind Isaias, you got another fucking wave hurricane thingy. So, yeah, I don't know. But if you would like to donate, A, I've been working hard. B, I'm going to keep working hard. And 2020 is going to keep on 2020. Yes, Bobby Storm, you are a badass. She's awesome too. Hurricane Tracker app. See, this is basically saying on whatever day in like 3 days from now, this is where it will be. And who knows? It could curve left and smash into Florida. Or it could go like into Florida and then come back out and then regather strength and go back up. Like, dude, we got Thanos, Ultron, Loki, and apparently pissed off Namor. So I'm just getting it all out of my system. I mean, I put a warning at the fucking front of this motherfucking thing. You know, it's weird. You can put warnings up and then people don't heed the warnings and then they're like, blah, 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 blah. I'm mad because it's something, even though you warned me at the very beginning of this, I did not heed warning, and then you said something that upset me. Well, you're probably upset in the first place. But this is what I'm saying. All these, they're kind of locking in. Now, I'm saying it could, worst case scenario, like the eye zips like Miami and this very heavily populated, rich area. Because remember, everybody's moving to Texas. Remember when I told y'all, I was like, Elon and like Q and Mag are like, we're taking over Texas, Texas coup. I told y'all that like right after Memorial Day. I was like, they're going to get like doom for Thor. And I was like, oh no, here we go again. And then it was announced, oh, Elon's building a factory in Texas. Oh, Joe Rogan's moving to Texas. Like, I don't know, they fucked up all the other states. They're trying to move to the cool place and then turn everybody not cool. I'm not cool with that. Anyway, it's free country that they're allowed to. And Texas rolls out the carpet for big business. David Lardner, clearly I don't know enough about dam engineering. How can floodwaters deform the dam, but the deformed parts aren't structural? Are they a lot of parts of fans that don't serve much purpose? And I got to apologize to David the other day. He was saying that the Strokes kind of fell off after the first two albums. I jokingly tweeted, is it okay to punch a Navy guy? Like, it was a joke. It was online. I definitely wouldn't punch him. He's Asteroid Fight Club, I would imagine. He's a defense guy. So it was like, I thought guys could make those jokes. And I'm super overly protective about the Strokes. Like, we've lost so many cool rock and rollers. I would give a Presidential Medal of Freedom to the Strokes if I could. Anywho, China's like, no, the dam that is totally deformed, which is a major dam that protects millions of people, it's totally deformed, but the operators say it's safe. So yeah, the giant dam, which is 2.4 kilometers, spanning the Yangtze River in Hubei, is deformed. And so it's so weird when people are like, "Oh, hey, dude, the government is inflating the death numbers." I'm like, bro, how behind are you in this game? The numbers are high, no matter what it is. The numbers of people dying is way up, and so they are deflating the numbers so they can keep churning up the stock markets, and that like the average basic life costs less and less every like. Yo, man, I don't know. Like anybody under a billionaire, you guys, the fact that like anybody would be blaming each other for like any of the shit that's going on seems pretty fucking dumb. Sorry, I had to get there were warnings in front of the video. And during these 1 week fundraisers, that's when I'm like, all right, I'm shaking off the weak hands, man. This is Asteroid Fight Club. This is not for your basic run of the mill Johnny believe a dumbass conspiracy theory, underpants gnomes. And we all have conspiracy theories, but like, anyway. So we're talking about Saturday. So for us to really know more, what day is it? It's Wednesday? Thursday, Friday. Yeah, dude, we got like 3 days before. And Dadabu, who's one of the guys that I look to for great information on hurricanes, is talking about the Mona Pass. Like, it could get sucked through, like, shoop. Like, and I've been talking about the thread the needle options. If it threads the needle, like, you can see, we don't know what actually causes hurricane formation. And so we've seen, like, Category 3 hurricanes up by Greenland, bro. So having one go up to New York, New Jersey, it's possible. And Pluto totally transited New York at the July 4th lunar eclipse that hadn't happened since 2001. So we are Asteroid Fight Club looking out for a major 9/11 disaster this year. That has not happened yet. I've talked about it a lot. And so that may be this COVID-ocane. Yeah, it seems to me like a lot of the truth community is literally selling out the public like daily with both hands and a smile on their face. I'm the guy who's like, we all need to work together because they're just making money and dividing and conquering constantly on Wall Street and Madison Avenue. And they're run by non-Americans. Jeez Louise. So I feel like Conan just like pushing this hurricane wheel season after season, going, hey, man, we all got to work together. Or, yeah, bad things are going to happen. Yeah, like 972 pressure by the Abaco Islands, which would be right off Florida. This could definitely, some models have shown it at like 955, dude. And Young King, I ain't really know much about models till I saw your channel, but I just saw this HWRFP model, and since the storm path is shifting east, I saw this and was like, what the fuck, that's scary. That's next Monday for that model. And like, nobody used to post models back in the day, dude. Like 5 years ago, I'm the guy who first did that. And so when like people were like, you can't post models from 10 days out, you can't show people how it's done, I did it. I changed the whole fucking game. And so now like all the other channels have like adopted parts of what I did, just like they did with Dave Chappelle. And so, you know, and now then they've literally tried to drive me out of the game. Grand solar minimum up my butt, Joe Boo. So yeah, 958, dude. Category 3, Category 2. You get something like this, storm surge would be the big thing that I'm worried about. Remember all those motherfuckers trying to sell you guys up the river. And what the thing I don't understand is, it's like, if someone says trust the plan, the first thing I ask is, what is the fucking plan, man? If you're like, someone's like, trust the plan, you're like, what's the plan? And they're like, I can't tell you. I'm like, what? Is this a fucking Scientology meeting? Where I got to get to like level 33 Grand Solar Minimum guy before you tell Grand Solar Minimum QAnon guy before you tell me what the fuck the plan is? Billie Eilish has a new song out tonight at 11. I guess we'll watch it together or listen to it together if you want to. I cried last time I listened to Taylor's album, and my irises turned red, blood red around them. I think that's a reminder that like 3% of me has Mars in my blood. I know I was talking about like I'm a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Gemini, which would be Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn. Although Venus probably from the Valiant Thor stuff, but I definitely have a little bit of Mars in my blood. Anywho, I hope I love this Billie Eilish song. I do. It's like I've been saying for days. I think that's your track. And so we got to worry about intensity. And so it could clip Miami, worst case scenario. Clip Miami, clip here, go up through and have the storm start. Like, it could be bad, bro. It could be bad. I was hoping Asteroid Fight Club and All-Star Asteroid Fight Club, we would be in much better shape at this position versus Ultron, Thanos, Loki, pissed off Namor, Cthulhu, and Lilith and all their buddies. But hopefully we can catch up quick. I thought I would get to graduate from the isolation part of Planetary Defense Commander in July 2020 I don't know. I know I thought that. I did. But that was not true. Have you ever seen Ender's Game? Have you ever read the book? I read the book like 10 times before I saw the movie. Great book. And there's one point where Ender's totally isolated for a long time and just fighting. And then they eventually give him all of his friends back. And they put together a super awesome team. That's always been kind of the dream, man. Sick of this foxhole. But I will still be here totally fighting and giving you guys the information I can. Yeah, red fucking alert, man. So if I did get to spoon cuddle and be the inside spoon with Taylor and Billy, I wonder which one would want to be in front, which one would want to be in back, you know? All right, this is how I'm paying myself for all my hard work with fantasy. But I super duper appreciate all the cool people out there who are still cool and still care about other human beings and want to help make the world a better place. Have you seen this video where Kevin McCarthy calls the Louis Gohmert Congressman COVID? Because there's a congressman that tested positive for COVID, and the Trump's national security advisor tested positive for it. Herman Cain, who got it a month ago, is still in the hospital, although his account still tweets like he's not in the hospital. It's freaking crazy, dude. And then you got Loki trying to convince people that Thanos isn't real. But, you know, me and Cranky Weather Guy do a great job. The whole Weather Twitter team does a great job. And you do a great job. So, 6 days left in this fundraiser game show thingy. I like to get it out of my system. Because what are people going to do? Quit? THORnews, like, man, I don't want his information anymore. That motherfucker can call hurricanes from 10, 11 days out. And even give you location when nobody else can. Not always, but when I'm on my game, I'm on. It looks like I got my mojo back. And at this point, I haven't seen no major disagreements from Cranky about any of my theories. So, although in this video, I'm not officially speaking for Cranky in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying I'm lucky to have that dude as a unofficial co-partner in weather defense, man. Yeah. And because this thing is going to turn, Cranky's a master of the turn. And so, but Dada Boo's talking about like the holes you get sucked in. And trust me, you can definitely, even a major powerful hurricane, if some feature has perfect sucking power, then you've almost got no defenses against it. I've talked about that a lot. It's true. And it's going to bring a shit ton of rain to Puerto Rico. Like, it's got tropical storm winds. Like, that's a major storm, man. I almost think that they haven't called it, given its name, just so, I don't know, man. I do enjoy getting these videos where I get to get it out while telling you guys the good information that comes from the whole team. Jack Sillen is always chilling as we carefully watch Pacific Tropical Cyclone 9 approach Hispaniola. Remember that not all tropical cyclone interactions with the island are created equal. If the storm tracks along the northeastern part of the island, it stands a reasonable shot of emerging intact if bruised. Points farther southwest, game over. So I still think it has a decent chance to reform either way. But there's free will and destiny. So I still think everything affects everything. And just like our attitude manifested the plague in 2020, like literally focusing on greed and hating each other and politics for 8 years, like led to this crappy 2020. Because, you know, the universe is having to God is having to course correct everything. What was I talking about? Probably hurricanes. Just passed 150,000 COVID deaths. That is a 9/11 tragedy every day for 50 straight days. But where will it end? I say there is no fate but what we make. And so, I don't know. I'm going to need more people on Earth to stand up and be awesome. The future is now. And Thanos, Loki, Ultron, and evil Namor, and pissed off Lilith who just wants to go home are here. And we're getting our asses kicked. And so let us do a better job together. All right. God bless everyone. Stay cool. I'll probably make a calm down video later. Yay. And I guess we'll go live at 11 or 12 for Billie Eilish. Oh, I got to buy more beer, though.